Alright, this is going to be a video about using these balances to mask substances so that you can have as much as you want and it's all controlled. So first off, you want to find a balance that has 0 grams showing, as you can see right here from the screen. If it doesn't have 0 grams showing, for instance, I'm just going to put something in there, and let's just say it was like 0.001. What you want to do is hit this 0 button here, and it will zero it in so that it will show 0. Now, what you want to do originally is actually what I just did. I just put the beaker in, and I just hit the 0 button, just like I showed. When I open this up, put the beaker in, close it, 0 it. Really simple. That zeroes the beaker, and then you can determine only what the mass of the substance inside the beaker is. So, for an example, I'm just going to use Epsom salt that I have over here. So, I'm just going to grab this, and it will show this because the lid is open and it will have different pressure issues. But let's just pour all this Epsom salt in, and then close it and wait for it to show this little star right there. That'll show that this is what the mass of the Epsom salt is, and only Epsom salt, because we zeroed the beaker. Now, lots of times you're going to do this, and then you'll find this amount, but then you're going to use the substance, taking it out of the beaker. You're going to take the substance out of the beaker and then use it. So let's just say I use it. I'm just going to pour it back in here. So I used all the substance, or supposedly all, but you can see there's still some substance left in the beaker. So I'm going to mask the beaker once again with this still zeroed as to the beaker. You can see that there's 0.065 grams of substance still in the beaker. So you can just subtract this from the original number that we got, and that's how much Epsom salt, or substance, Epsom salt in this case, that you used. And then you can use your calculations using that number. So this is a safety procedure with Bunsen burners. You don't want to have any clutter around your Bunsen burner because these things can start on fire, and that's not a good thing. Fire is not, we want to control fire. Second off, you want goggles on all times. No matter what lab you're doing, goggles are super important. You want to protect your eyes, make sure. And third off, something that I can relate to, you want to take off any dangling clothes, any dangling hair that can start on fire, because all that is dangerous. You don't want to start your whole lab on fire. Now actually proceeding with starting the fire on the Bunsen burner and keeping it controlled. Step 1 is to get yourself a box of matches, and then also some matches, of course, so you can start the fire. And getting your Bunsen burner with this rubber tube, which is going to put the gas through the Bunsen burner. So step 2, make sure that you put the tube on the gas nozzle and not the air nozzle. It's just, they have it labeled right on top, so just double check that. Having it on air is not a very good idea. It may start a flamethrower. So shove it on there and make sure it's tight on. Okay. Step 2 also entails that make sure your gas nozzle is perpendicular to the gas flow and not parallel to it, because when it's parallel, it'll be shooting gas through, and then you'll be releasing gas through the Bunsen burner. You don't want to do that right now. Okay? So step 3, take your match in hand, and what we're going to do is you're going to strike the match and have it set on fire. Then you're going to start the gas. You're going to put the match over the Bunsen burner, and that'll start the flame. Put out your match, throw it away, and then you're going to adjust it. Ooh. Okay. So this is a huge oxygen-wanting flame. So the orange, you don't want any orange in the flame. So when that happens, you're going to want to turn this top part counterclockwise until it's just blue, so like that. Now this is also a really big flame, and you don't need it huge and very tall. To turn that down, you're also going to want to turn this little knob underneath it. You'll see it. It's really easy to see. You're just going to want to turn that clockwise as well, counterclockwise. That'll bring the flame down to an acceptable level. So it's just a nice small blue. You're done with your Bunsen burner flame. What you're going to want to do to turn it off, you don't want to turn this to turn it off. You're going to want to turn your gas off, so that you know the gas is off and it's just nice and easy. Wait till it's out, and then you can undo the rubber pipe, and there you go.